for each other, and the focus is our affection for the audience and not taking it for granted. These are important things, and keeping the focus on how lucky we are and how temporary, how impermanent this is, and therefore working hard at it with the same passion that we did when we were trying to get enough money through what we were doing just to get to the next gig. And I think keeping that focus, keeping that passion for each other is a really important thing for me.
The thing that I've come to understand is that nothing lasts forever. And that's going to be the case with this band one day, as with anything else. And I don't really worry about it, but I think about it every once in a while because it's such a good thing, and it feels really good, what's going on now. And it's not about the fame, it's not about the money. It's, musically speaking, it's about this magic that we have on stage. Or we could be in someone's basement and it would still feel the same. So I'm concerned that that's gonna disappear.
If not this, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be one of these waiters around here taking orders, or more like that, I'd probably be in the kitchen cooking the dishes.
Or teaching physical fitness. You're a guy who works out 3 hours a day.
Probably.
If you ever stand up on that stage, whether it's 55,000 or 20,000, whether it's East Coast, West Coast, and say, it don't get any better than this.
All the time. All the time. It's nothing like, like as you talking about Giant Stadium and looking out, into all those people, who are just like completely into the music and just like rocking and having a jamming time, and it doesn't get any better than that. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm lucky, to be here, and to be part of this,
So the long, strange trip of the Dave Matthews Band continues, and it may well be a nonstop flight.
I tell myself all the time that it will be, this too shall pass. And then I'll do Behind the Music or Where Are They Now things, and say that I'm truly happy now to be playing in front of 150 people in Vegas in a secondhand hotel. Now I've really found myself. Now I'm really full of joy. I get to play a couple of faithful aging fans in Vegas in bad lights. And
this is the way I always wanted it.
I know in my heart that it's a real thing, I think if everyone suddenly turned and said, oh, it's all fake, I'd be terribly disappointed in the world. Because I do think we have something really magical to give.
Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.
That fool's mistakes burned out forever pain. No, run, I will run, and I'll be okay. And I was just wondering if you'd come along. Hold up my head when my head won't hold on. I'll do the same if the same's what you want. But if not, I'll go. I will go a long way to bury the past, for I don't want to pay. God, how I wish this, to turn back the clock and do it all over again. I was just wondering if you'd come along. Hold up my head when see you smile, hold you close.